Alright guys, let's get straight to it. I've got this old fluorescent tube light fixture thing. Well, to modify this to work with the OSRAM LEDs, you only need to rewire the whole thing, actually take out all the extra heavy bits and install the fuse. They give you a little fuse width. I don't think they give this just for, just for fun. Most of the people say, oh, just chuck it away, doesn't need it. But this is a fuse, and it'll actually protect the LEDs from, high voltage and stuff like that. So this is much cheaper to replace than to replace an actual bulb again. Alright, as you can see, this tube holder or fixture has still got the old starters. They will not work with the LEDs, so you'll have to replace them. On the LED tubes, there's a live and neutral. Oh, it's on the other side. Let me just get that for you. It's a bit difficult with one hand. If you have a look at this, on the tube it says live and neutral, and we'll have to rewire these buds to work with that. I like to stick to the normal colors. All of these connectors has got a little bit of a secret. You just get a little pin that can fit into the hole next to the wire. You have to be very gentle, because inside there's a little thin plate which you push open and this wire will come out. And then you can reuse the same wires with the fuses, just like this. This fuse we're also going to rewire, so it's got red wire. But I'm going to use all the same wires that's in here. There's more than enough wires, and just use it to connect this. Let me get the pin and show you guys how to take it out. Alright, I have this very thin screwdriver. Let's see if it'll fit. Let's try this wire first. I will actually open up one so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. If you push it just a little bit, sometimes it's a bit difficult to get it in there. Oh no, I think I'm gonna break it. Let me open up one and I can show you guys. There's actually more clips here. If you just loosen this whole thing, the whole of the holder the whole of the thing will come out. Let me just try and get it open. Normally people will skip through this part of the video, but just to show you guys, it's a real struggle to get it out. I won't skip through it. Okay, so this is what you have inside. These little thin plates, and it's just clamping onto the wire. So actually, if we just lift this, I've broken off some of these plates, so that's why I'm saying be careful. But yeah, you can actually just lift them up and get the wires out instead of cutting them off. It just unclips like that. So let me do that quickly for all of them and then I'll get back to you. I actually just want to quickly show you something. I think my pin or screwdriver is a bit thick, but if you push it in here, it actually goes through the hole into a little gap, pushing this plate away. So you see it releases the wire, but I can't seem to do it with this. I don't know why, it just doesn't fit. But that's the idea of this little hole here. So if you guys can do it, it'll save you a lot of time to not unclip this thing. But yeah, just that's the quick way to do it. Okay, I've disassembled one of these, so let's see how to put it back again. to get back together again. If you put it in this way, it looks fine, but I mean it's going to be like a dead short between your live and negative. This is not the right way to put it back. You have to put it back so that these little metal things is showing to the outside. That is if you've taken this thing apart. And then let me just see if all goes smoothly. Yeah, there we go. They fit in way down, and then you can just reinstall this little plug that keeps it all together. And the thing now with this is when you insert the wires again, you just push them in and they will lock again, just like it was. So let me get to the wiring and I'll skip to that. Okay, again, just to show you what I've done up to now, I've stripped down the whole interior of the holder, and this is all the parts you won't be needing anymore. Ballasts, the starters, and I think this is like a capacitor. No, you don't need the capacitor anymore. There's no starting needed. So what else do we need? So yeah, now we have to do the rewiring on these oaks. So far, as you've seen, I've taken out 2 of these. I've managed to push in those pins and easily remove the wires from these guys. I didn't need to cut them either. So now I'm going to rewire this, so it's also got a red wire like its little brother. I like to keep the live red and the neutral on the white. Well, that's just how I do it. Let me try and show you. These are coming out fairly easy. There we go, just like that. Okay, so onto the red wires. Alright, I've skipped to the end of the wiring and everything. So here you can see it's actually only one side. The other side is there's no wiring on that side. You just do wiring on one side. Put the live on the live side and the neutral on the neutral side of the globe. So what I've done is then I've taken the red wire to the fuse and to the normal block connector that's in the light fixture, and I haven't cut into any of these wires. I haven't made one of them shorter, not longer, nothing. I've just used the longest wires that was available in this light fixture. There's the bits and pieces that was extra and left. What I also had to do on this light is the shortest red wires I had to use up to the fuse, because the fuses are situated, the starters normally, but the fuses are situated closest to the light bracket connector, and also on the other one I had to and then put the longest red wires to the live. So yeah, this is the way you rewire your old fluorescent tube. Just be careful when you work with it. The plastics on these, anything that was plastic, would have been affected by the UV of the old globes. They, just like sunlight, they make the plastic very brittle, and just be careful when you work with it to not crack the plastics or anything like that. Otherwise you can throw this fitting away and start with a new one. But this is how you rewire the fitting for to convert it to LED. I'm gonna just quickly install it and then switch it on and we'll see. Okay, as you can see, success. I've installed it. Works perfectly. The fuses are actually fuses. People tell you not to connect these or just throw them away and put the wiring directly to this, but if you remove one of them, you'll see it's actually a fuse. So I know it doesn't start, I mean it's just a LED thing, but yeah, it's better to use the fuses and save your globes. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye bye.